Hey students, I am SK Vidyarthi, TGT Computer Science, MGSS Darbhanga. And in this video, I am going to talk you class 6 Computer Science. And here is the new chapter, third chapter, that is the problem solving techniques. In the previous classes, I have talked to you a lot about the computer languages. So many languages I have talked to you, low level, high level languages, and these languages are used for making the program for the computer to solve, for the computers to solve the users problems. Users have so many problems, and that problems would be solved by the help of program, and that program is made by computer languages. Okay, how we are going to make the program? So we have so many instructions, and that instruction has to arrange in a specific order to give a program. So the statements arrange in a specific order. If the order is incorrect, then it is not solving the problem and it is not giving the results. So we have to arrange this statement in a specific orders. Okay, we have two special type of techniques. One is algorithm and second one is flowcharts. Uh, for helping uh, the deciding the sequence of steps in a program. So through these two type of techniques, it is very helpful in solving the problems by making the programs. So first of all, we have to know about the rules of the algorithms. How actually we are going to write the algorithm. So we have to keep in mind the rules. Numbers of statements such as step first, step second. We have to know how many steps are there in the algorithm. First of all, keep it in mind. Okay, then second one, write each statement clearly in a specific line. So each line should have one step. One step you have to write in one line. If you have to write the second steps, then you have to go to the next line and you have to write clearly. Again, always begins with start and finish with stop. So whenever you are writing any type of program, first of all you have to write the start, and after that you have to write the steps, and at last whenever it is going to finish you have to write the stop, and in this way you are writing the program. So let's see the processing of the algorithm. How actually we are doing the processing, we can able to know by the help of examples of the sum as well as the square. So let's see the processing. Let's see the processing of algorithm. By the examples, we can easily able to understand it how algorithm is going to proceed ahead. Algorithm to find the sum of three numbers. We are taking the three numbers and we have to do the sum. So how we proceed it? So what are the steps? So let's see the steps one by one. So by the rules we have already understand that whenever we are going to write the program, first of all we have to write the start. So we are writing the first step as a start. Then second step we are taking the three numbers, that is n1, n2 and n3, and after that step 3, that is the add, and we have to do the adding of number n1, n2 and n3, and after that we have to give the print commands, the value of sum whatever we are finding the results, and at last whenever the program is going to complete, then we have to write the stop. So let's see by the examples. We are writing first the start, and n1 we are taking the value as 4, n2 taking as a value 5, and then n6 and 3 as a 6. Then sum is 4 plus 5 plus 6, and we are getting the results sum, that is the 15, and after that we are giving the commands of stop. So in this way we are doing the algorithm and we are finding the sum of three numbers. In the same way we can also able to find the algorithm to find the square of a number. So again the same processes we are doing. Let's write first the start and then take the numbers n1 and then a square n1 into n1, and then step 4 print s, and then after that we have to write the stop. So here is the start, and then we are taking as a number 6, and square is 6 into 6, we are getting the result here 36, and then stop. In this way we are writing the program and we are finding the results. In the next video I will talk to you about the flow chart.